hope you're doing great. I currently look like a little cashew. I wasn't supposed to film today, my hair was just a mess. I am struggling with the fringe recently, so I am very excited for this video because we are reading Destiny Sidwell's 5 stars book. I think if you've been on Book Talk or especially BookTube, you obviously know Destiny. She recently hit 100k, which is amazing for her and she deserves it so much. I've been loving her videos for quite a while now and I'm very excited to do this because I think we have a lot of similar taste. In this video we are gonna read Binding 13, You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Ogle, and a book that I've been very scared of reading, A Little Life by Anya Yanagihara, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm saying her name right. But before going into the reading vlog, I am gonna talk about the book that she gave 5 stars that I already read. It is actually 2 different series. She gave 5 stars to the Addicted series, which I've been kind of slowly reading through the month, and I've been currently stuck in Fuel the Fire, but I think that I'm like at the halfway mark into reading all of the books. There is the Addicted series and the Calloway Sister series, and I actually read every book in the Addicted series. This is about Lily and Lauren love story. They are both addicts. She is a sex addict while he is an alcoholic. They are both from very rich family who have always been tied together because their parents were friends and everything. They have been fake dating since they were very young, or maybe even too young to actually fake date anything. Quite a ride with Lily and Lauren. The first book I hated it because it is quite dark and we are really in the mind of an addict, which I found interesting, but I really struggle getting attached to Lily and Lauren. However, I've been loving the Sister Calloway part of the books. We have Daisy and Reich, which is my favorite couple. I love them so much. And we have Connor and Rose, who I've been seeing so many people absolutely raving about them. But I don't know, Daisy and Reich are just, they're in my heart. I love them. We have Daisy and Reich with an age difference relationship. And then we have Rose and Connor, who are kind of academic rivals to lovers. They are so freaking smart. Their brain works in a way that mine will never work. I really like the series, but it is not in my 5 stars. And then a series that I absolutely agree with her is the Akota series. And I'm not gonna take my book out and show you to them again because I've been doing this a lot recently. This series is amazing. I completely agree with her. I am 100% behind recent, and I actually learned to love Nesta in the last book. The series is 5 stars for me. Obviously, I've been raving about it since I started reading it. I don't know how to do the synopsis of A Court of Thorns and Roses, so I'm gonna find it and just read it. If you didn't know, the whole A Court of Thorns and Roses series is actually a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Very interesting in the way it was made. The synopsis is: when 19-year-old huntress Fairy kills a wolf in the wood, a terrifying creature arrives to demand retribution. Dragged to a treacherous magical land she knows about only from legends, Farah discovers that her capture is not truly a beast, but one of the little immortal fairies who once ruled the world. At least, is not a beast all of the time. As she adapts to her new home, a feeling for the fairy, Tamlin, transforms from icy hostility into a fiery passion that burns through every lie she's been told about the beautiful, dangerous world of the fae. But sometimes, something is not right in the fairylands. An ancient, wicked shadow is growing, and Fairy must find a way to stop it or doom Tamlin and his world forever. Okay, it's actually a good synopsis. Hope you understand what it is about. It is so interesting. I love political in fantasy. I just love the romance, the political side, the war. Everything about this was very interesting. And recently, I've been on the book talk part of A Court of Fun and Roses. I've never been on it, which I don't know why I've never been on, but I am in it currently, and there is so many theories that I never thought about, which are insane. So these are the only two other series that I read from Destiny's 5-star list. She only has 7 books in her list, which is not a lot. That means she's very loving those one in particular. I'm very excited to start with Binding 13. I already put it on my Kindle because I've been stopping myself from reading those books. I think it is a okay romance. What was I reading? I was trying to read Fucking with Benefits. I don't know if it's for me. I think it is an okay romance and that it's slow burn, because I think it is close to 800 pages, and there's another book about them that is literally the same size. I think a lot is gonna happen, but I'm so excited to read. It is by Chloe Walsh. I think I never read a book from her. I'm gonna start reading it. I just finished reading Binding 13, and oh my god, this was a roller coaster. I was not expecting this. First of all, this is a rugby romance. I was 100% sure this was a hooky romance. And the fact that before Binding 13 with the cover and everything, I'll put the cover right here, I was absolutely sure of myself that this was about firefighters, because this cover looks like a firefighter cover. At least it does for me. I was 100% sure it was about this. I was totally wrong. Was not expecting this kind of story. I still really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars because I loved it. That book made me giddy from beginning to the end. I was not expecting them to be in high school. I don't know why I had everything wrong about this book. I really thought that it was a college romance. And now I am going to start reading You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Algol, which I do not know anything about. I think it is about a wedding because it's literally on the cover, but I don't know what's going on. And from the beginning I thought it was Marriage of Convenience, but from the prologue it is like 2 people on a date and the girl seems attracted to the man, so I don't know what's going on. From how much I liked Binding 13, I'm excited to see what this one is about. By the way, I am actually currently in the middle of Camping 13 and I like this one way less than the first one. So I think I didn't really talk about what I went through, but I finished You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Algol, which was actually very nice. I was kind of scared at the beginning because there was a lot of things that I didn't like and it was very slow. I ended up really loving it. I think I gave it 4 stars. There is a lot of sarcasm, which was great. This is my first type of humor, so I was living for it. And I only really starting getting what the hype was about with this book around 100 pages in. There was so much tension between this couple. I'm really excited and scared to start the next book, which is gonna be A Little Life. I've heard so many talk about this book. I've been just pushing it back because I'm very scared. I've been traumatized. It is time. I am finally gonna start reading it. I have a really bad news. I just cannot get through this book. I started reading A Little Life and I knew it was a side book, very traumatic, but I honestly read 20 pages or something, very little, but I already can tell from the way it's written, that it is a very emotional, down-to-earth book. And honestly, I am in a period right now where I cannot mentally accept to read this type of book. I've been really reading a lot of rom-com and just little romance because my brain needs happy vibes. We're not gonna read A Little Life for this video. It will happen one day. Do I look like a lion, or do I look like someone who has very blowy hair? I don't know. Even though we're not doing this today, I rewatched the video and I saw that she actually also put Beach Read on her 5 stars list, and I always say that I would not read this book because I cannot read A Little Life. I will sacrifice myself and actually read Beach Read. We're gonna see what the hype is about, because I think this is the most loved book by Emily Henry, and honestly, People We Met on Vacation was not that bad. I actually liked it. It might be similar. And a little apartheid, I saw in one of her recent videos that she gave Say You Swear by Meg, I don't remember the author name, the famous book Say You Swear, 5 stars. And I actually read this one and I wanted to give you my opinion on it. I decided to do the video in my head. I actually liked Say You Swear. It was a hockey romance, a football romance. It was kind of like a love triangle, but not really. And honestly, I lived for it until the end because, let's say, an unnecessary drama happened, and I was like, why would you do that? It was really what Paddy, this ending, but the rest of the book was really good, so I would actually advise you to read it. I am gonna start Beach Read by Emily Henry, and will hope that it does not put me in a bigger slump than I am already in. Okay, I finally finished reading Beach Read, so we are done with this video. I didn't really do some kind of uploads during the whole Beach Read raid because I honestly read it very quickly, and it was during a time where I was working and studying a lot. I'm sorry for that. But let's do a little recap of the different books that I read during this video. We started this video with Binding 13, which I gave 4.5 stars. It was a really big surprise because I didn't know and thought I would like this book as much as I loved it. So we are following Johnny and Shannon. It is a high school romance, which I haven't read in quite a while. And we are dealing with abuse in this book. That was a very surprising book for me to read. I was not expecting to like it. I also read the second book, and it was really not as great as the first one. I really loved the first one. I saw that she published Saving Six, I think. It is based around Big Brother. I just do not think I will read it. I will probably read it just by curiosity. But one, I don't really like Joe in those books, and two, I just feel like they're way too long for me. Then I read You Deserved Each Other, which is a kind of second chance romance. We are in a couple who are engaged, not supposed to get married very soon, and that just don't seem to love each other anymore. It was very weird to get into, and they had very childish acts. They were very childish. I didn't understand why they would just not break up with each other, but I guess that's because they still loved each other, because it is a romance book. And we are following Naomi and Nicholas, and I just had trouble with the first 100 pages, and then it got way better. So I give this book 4 stars. I really tried reading A Little Life, and just my brain was not in the right headspace for this, so I gave up and started reading Beach Read, which is the last book in this video. I gave it 3.5 stars, and I really loved it. I read 2 other Emily Henry books, and with the way that people were telling that Betrayed and Book Lovers were a best book, I thought that I would not love it because I read Book Lovers and absolutely it was not a book for me. And then I read People We Met on Vacation, which I really liked. People on the internet were just saying that it was really bad. So when they started recommending Betrayed as the amazing book, like Book Lovers and everything, I was like, that will probably just not work for me. And I was very happy to be proved wrong. It is a new town slash small town romance. We have academic rivals to lovers, and we are following Augustus and January, who knew each other in college, and they were like kind of competing. They had this weird competition because they're both were learning how to be a writer. They're both writer now. She has to go to this house, live in this house for the summer. He literally lives right next to her. They start talking and they make a pact that she is going to write a kind of thriller fiction thing that he is writing, and he is going to now try to write a romance book like her. I really like Augustus in this book. I really like the way he was. The downfall of this book was definitely January. I just could not appreciate her. I just had so much trouble with this woman. And I feel bad because for me there is a trigger warning surrounding grief. I know that probably she was the way she is because of what happened, but there was nothing for me to really like her. Most of the books that Destiny actually gave us to, I kind of like. I know that she really likes Betrayed. I guess I can get why. I think it's just not my type of romance, but I had so much fun doing this video. I hope you liked watching it. Tell me what booktuber you would like me to do next, because I think I'm making it a little series. Don't forget to subscribe and put a thumbs up. That would help me so much and make my YouTube channel grow. I will see you very soon. Bye!